tonight, but all this weather forced her and Ron Carter to move inside the United Center. Rod and Stacy join us live now. And so, Rod, let's start with you. Tell us about the bet the mayors.
That is why we are inside right now. That weather is just a mess outside. And then we've got the organist practicing, so it's a little difficult to hear you, but we're thrilled to be here and hoping for a lightning victory.
Yeah, all the guys keep saying we seem to have brought all the Florida weather with us, but there's something that I am going to take back home because I'm confident it's going to go back anyway, and that would be some Giordano's pizza. You know, I spent the majority of all my trips with the Lightning looking for Lightning fans. This time I decided to go for a sure thing.
Looking for food.
You got it.
I'm looking for fans.
Take a look. Okay, I've decided my tough task this week is to eat my way through Chicago. I will start with the first on the list of mayoral wagers, Giordano's Pizza, supposedly the best pizza out there. For 40 years, Giordano's has been making dough, well, making dough.
The best pizza in the United States, that's for sure.
General Manager George Discus tells me you can't get it better anywhere than this.
Our pizzas are the biggest pizza you can get. Our pizza serves, a large one serves 3 to 4 people, while any other competitors, they serve 2 to 3.
Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel really only wants to serve this pizza to one person in particular, and that would be Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn. If the Lightning loses, we send them Cuban sandwiches and other things. If the Blackhawks lose, we get that deep dish pizza.
I'm not making any plans to send any Cigar City beer or 1905 salad up there, so get that deep dish pizza ready for me.
George thinks he will never have to make that delivery.
Good Cubans. We can't wait to have some here. So
you're not getting any Cubans from
we are.
Oh, my goodness.
You ready for this?
Well, 8 is on your side. Okay, I'm on your side. Taste testing the so-called best pizza in the land. Pretty tough assignment, right?
Yes. Oh, my gosh, that is so good. Oh, my gosh. Jim, put the camera down, man, and get some of this. This is so good.
And I am proud to announce that Jim Farquhar put the camera down and had some pizza, as did Michael Egger, and as did you. So what was your verdict? It was good, right?
Yummy. There's so much cheese in that pizza.
I know.
It did feel like a brick. After you had a little bit, it was like, that's heavy stuff.
Yeah.
News Channel 8's Rod Carter went into the kitchen of one of the most popular cheesecake makers in Chicago, and Rod is joining us now live with more details on this terribly tough assignment.
Oh, my goodness. First of all, let me say, Jen and Keith, I had to loosen up my belt today because I think I sort of ate myself into a wee bit of a food coma. No, just kidding. All jokes aside, though, it has been a great trip. This area that I went to, this cheesecake store, is one of the places on those mayoral bet lists. And let me tell you what, I know Mayor Bob Buckhorn hopes he wins because, man, that cheesecake was good. Take a look. It's a hard job, but someone has to do it. Today, I visited Eli's Cheesecake, about 30 minutes outside downtown Chicago.
And then here is my dad, Eli, who's our founder.
This is Mark Schulman, the president of the company. His dad started Eli's 35 years ago, although the family has been in the food business 75 years.
And Eli's Cheesecake was the featured dessert at his restaurant, Eli's, the Place for Steak, and it made its debut in 1980 at the First Taste of Chicago.
The cheesecake is so wildly popular, Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel says that he is sending cheesecake to Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn should the Lightning win. Now, on the wall out front, former Tonight Show host Jay Leno and former President Bill Clinton right there. Like them, I get a behind-the-scenes tour, but I had to gear up first. This almost seems unnecessary since I have no hair. I set off on a kitchen tour of the place, watching them make more than just the cheesecake. Today, it was carrot cake, a company with a rich tradition.
But it's really great for us to be considered part of Chicago's best.
The favorite of the owner and the president is chocolate chip, so that's the one I'm going to try. Yep. I see why this is his favorite. This is really, really good. I mean, really good. It was really good. All right, so I focused really on all of the things that are on that list of things that Mayor Rahm Emanuel says that he is going to send Bob Buckhorn, but there are so many other things to eat around here, and everywhere I go, everybody has an opinion. For one thing, I an absolute must, get some Garrett's popcorn. That's what I was told. And I also have to get a hot dog. So I'm telling you what, when I come back, you guys may not see me for a day because I may be asleep just from the food alone, Jen and Keith.
You know, I thought New York had like the big cheese. You know, New York cheesecake was the thing, but Chicago, I guess that's.
You know what?
You compare them, Rod. You say which is better, New York or Chicago cheesecake?
Okay.
Oh.
I will put it to you this way. The New York cheesecake was really, really, really good. The Chicago cheesecake was really, really, really good. If I had my choice, I would just take both of them. I mean, seriously.
And
they
you
were
did.
Good, but I'm still, my mind is still on the pizza.
Look at Rod. Rod Carter running for office in there. He's splitting the difference.
Our Road to the Cup coverage has led Rod Carter on the road to a kind of food recovery. He's been all over the city of Chicago tasting the city's delicacies. Rod joins us now live from the United Center with what he ate today. I'm waiting with bated breath. I can't wait to hear.
You know, I should probably point out, Jen, that I'm only going to places that Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel promised to send Tampa Mayor Bob Buckhorn should the Lightning win. I'm not just walking around, walking in every random place eating, but today the spot I went to truly, truly did feed the soul. Once again, we hit the road to places outside of the downtown area. Several miles and cab fare later, we landed at BJ's Market and Bakery. It's a quaint little spot that specializes in food for the soul.
The restaurant's named after my son, Brandon John, and Brianna Onita, my daughter.
And this is the man behind BJ's. His name is John Meyer. He's a trained chef with a penchant for food for the soul, or soul food.
A lot of recipes are from my mother and grandmother, and so I would call this Southern comfort food or soul food, and this is something I grew up with. The food, the menu here is something I grew up with.
BJ's is on the list of wagered items from Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel.
The catfish here, you're going to put it in flour, dredge it in flour. We're going to put it in the mustard batter.
Specifically, there are two things, this mustard fried catfish and this, the peach cobbler.
Okay. I'm going to need a pillow and a blanket.
So, of course, I could not resist. I had to try them both.
Very unique flavors and very good.
And the peach cobbler was, well, peachy.
Peach cobbler is #1 dessert here.
It's enough to make you kick up your heels and do a little dance. John is excited, too, just to be a part of that wager. All right, are you prepared to send peach cobbler and catfish to Tampa?
Definitely. We have to. I'm not going to like it, but if we have to, we want to send you guys, Florida, good taste, good catfish and peach cobbler.
You know, if I'd been thinking properly, I would have told him to go ahead and just send all that stuff by me. I'll make sure that the mayor gets it. By the way, John tells me that he got all of his recipes for everything that he cooks in his restaurant from his mother and from his grandmother. By the way, he does have 3 restaurant locations. And Jen, you'll be surprised to know this, but this restaurant, BJ's Market and Bakery, kind of actually was an accident when it started. I'll tell you much more about that coming up at 5:30 and why it kind of just happened to be.
It looked so good, that peach cobbler in particular. Wow, I'm jealous. Thanks, Rod Carter, reporting from the United Center.
It tasted exactly like it looked.
Did you have ice cream on it? A la mode?
Keith is asking if it was a la mode. Can you please report on that?
No, you don't mess up good peach cobbler with ice cream.
All right.
You don't do that.
As it should be. All right, thank you, Rod.
Rod Carter's up there to check out a place where beer and hockey come together in Chicago. So what did you find, Rod?
Yeah, you know, you're right. It's do or die for the mayors as well. Mayor Buckhorn, he and I talked last week at the game on Saturday, and I told him I've kind of been tasting all the stuff that he wants to get a taste of. The pizza, the cheesecake, the mustard fried catfish, and today I had a chance to go out and take a look at the place where they make the other final item on that wager list, the beer. Nestled in a Chicago neighborhood is a company dedicated to 2 things, beer and hockey.
Well, Slapshot's fitting. We've played hockey all our lives. This is what we do.
It's called Slapshot Brewing Company, the 4th on the list of mayoral bet items surrounding the Stanley Cup final.
Kind of our flagship right now is our Citra Madness beer. It's a session IPA that's going over really well in Chicago, and that's the case that we have allocated for the bet.
Slapshot has been around since 2013. It started with Steve, his brother, and some friends who loved brewing beer as a hobby that they have now turned into a lucrative business. He is thrilled to be a part of the mayor's wager.
So it's a hugely hopped pale ale. We love the graphics for it. It's purely hockey, and hopefully we can see some Tampa Bay players laid out like that.
Slapshot brews roughly 1,500 barrels per year. That's about to change, though. They'll be expanding soon. These folks love what they do. For them, it's not work.
It's very good. So Chicago drinks a lot of beer. So we've gone through a few different expansions. We're going through another one right now. So we just can't make enough.
So I'm sure the mayor is hoping to get a taste of that beer. I have to say, Keith and Stacy, that I did not taste the beer because I am, after all, working.
Did Rod? Dan Lucas tried a Slapshot beer.
Well, I would try it. Well, how was it? What did Dan say?
He liked it. He said he felt like he needed to.
Yeah, I think Rod's just pacing himself is what he's doing. He's saving.
If we win tonight, Rod,
for something else.
Get yourself a Slapshot.
Thank you, Rod Carter.
I'll do it if we win.
All right, up in Chicago. Hey.